Okay, let's get back to work. Welcome back to the stream if you're watching this. All right, let's quickly recap what we did last time. If I recall correctly, I think there was a bug that showed up that wasn't there before. Let's see if I can see if it's still there. I forget. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, the glitch that just showed up is the player was able to put away the weapon even though it was already put away. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out what's going on there. And yeah, it should be pretty, I think it should be pretty easy to figure out. Just gotta get the scripts open again. Think think this should do it. Just adding that one check in there. Let's see if I'm right. Uh-oh. That's weird. Ooh. It's not letting me move. I'll have to figure that out afterwards. See what's going on. Okay. So that bug was fixed, but I'm running into another problem where if I do a certain thing, like a certain input when I start, I can't move. Still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah, so if I, it looks like if I click when I don't have, by the way, the weapon isn't actually equipped right now, it's just that for some reason I forgot to make the mesh invisible. There we, okay. So for some reason, if I click, it prevents me from moving. Like the character just freezes in place and my movements don't work anymore. I wonder if it's when if it has something to do with this. I'm just gonna see if this is running when it's like see if ASDF prints to the console when I click. I have a feeling that might be it. It might not be it, but whatever the answer that is, it'll most certainly be helpful. Okay, it did print. I shouldn't have gone full screen. I should have been paying attention to the console while it was running, but I couldn't do that with it if it was full, since it was full screen. Let's try it again. So if I click, yep, something's going on with that. But if I do this, okay. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Put this over here. Problem is that I'm basically enabling this. So this basically makes it so that what async action makes it so does is it pauses the normal state, or it makes it so that it just the physics process returns right away, and then it never gets enabled again because I return out of the function before it can be enabled again. So yeah, that's the problem with that. I think that should be solved now. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Assuming that I was right about what's causing that. Just gotta make sure I'm right. Okay. It's definitely working. The thing that I kind of want to do is hide these meshes that shouldn't be visible right now. And you know what I should do? I should put these all next to each other so that I can more easily deal with them. Item R should be next to there. And let's grab the hips one and move it over here. Okay, so now the bottom four of the bone attachments are going to be the ones that have the sheathed weapons. That is perfect. This is what I want. Should make it easy so I won't be scrolling up and down to edit all the time. I wonder if I should make the text, if I should like zoom in slightly. Editor. I think I might as well. It's not ideal for me, but it should make it easier to view it on the stream. Okay, let's do the same thing that we did with the weapon, but for the shield, because it seems like the weapon is working as intended right now. Just gotta do the same thing for shields function for the shield functionality. Okay. Okay, what's supposed to happen is the shield is supposed to become visible on the back as soon as I assign it from the equipment screen, but it's not working. So let's figure that out. Okay. Equip right hand. Equip left hand. Attack button handler. This is what I was working on before. That I think is working as intended. And shield button handler. This is what I'm trying to get working. I imagine I could probably just copy a lot of the functionality over. Oh, right. Of course. Oh, of course. I think this should work as long as I make sure that only shields are equipped with left hand, which I may have to change in the future, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Shouldn't be too difficult to change if I do end up changing my mind. But yeah, this is just how I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, gotta crash. Object reference not set to an instance of an object at 364. Oh, of course. Yep, that would do it. I never assigned it until now. I mean, the variable was never assigned. That would throw a null reference. Aha! Okay. Check it out. Okay. Pay attention to the character's back. There it is. Okay, technically that's not supposed to happen, but I mean it technically works. But I do think I'm gonna fix. I think I'll fix it. So what's supposed to happen is when the player doesn't have a weapon like out. I think technically the player should still be able to use the shield and it should like teleport to his hand. But as soon as he like lets go of it, it should go back to his back as long as he's not holding like a weapon. I guess I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's the way I want it to work. Okay, let's figure that out. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do a shield state thing. Okay. Shield state. Okay. Enter, exit. If beta dot player dot is sheathed. Weapon is drawn. Beta player dot equip left hand. Else level beta dot player dot unequip left hand, and then I could technically just leave this because it'll use this anyways. But it needs to. The reason it's overridden to. The reason why this is overridden to just use this is because this can't be null. Otherwise there'll be an error, and that's not okay. It's not acceptable. Okay. That is good. Okay. That is not quite right. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong script. Okay. So I don't know if you noticed, but the player kind of had his arm like was lifted as if he was holding a shield, but the shield wasn't actually attached to his arm. So the thing with the shield wasn't attached to his arm is intended, but him lifting his arm like that is not intended. What's supposed to happen is when the player does not have a weapon like drawn, supposed to just kind of his arm is supposed to his left arm is supposed to be symmetrical with his right arm, so it's just kind of supposed to hang there. It's not he's not supposed to have it raised like this. Right now it is because of some oversight that I had. It's like left over from before. I did this small rewrite, I think. That it's here it is. I think this is it. No. It's over here. Oh. I think I should be able to do a different check. So the first part of this is going to be the same. The reason I'm commenting it out instead of outright replacing it is because I'm not sure if it's going to work. It's not a 100% thing, but I think it might work, so that's why I'm doing it. So player dot weapon is drawn. I think this should work. I think the player's arm should be in the right position now. I also noticed an issue with the shield visibility, but I'll figure that out I'll figure that out when I'm done this. Okay, this is good. Let's draw a weapon. Okay. That works. Now let's fix the visibility problem, which is the other half of the issue. So that's working for sure. Let's get the other thing working. Just need to figure out where it is. Uh, let's call it from here, I think. Do button actions. Oh, this should probably be a normal state. Make it easier for me to visualize and put the understanding and put a weight underneath the takeout. A bit more complicated than I thought. Still not exactly sure where it should go. Hmm. Supposed to be for animation only. This method is supposed to handle all of the animation stuff for this particular state. So I don't really want to put it in there. Isn't really related to what I'm trying to do, but I feel like that should probably go afterwards. I think. Okay, no change. That's fine. I just feel like this makes a little bit more sense. I also think this is a good spot to put it. Oh, you know what I should also do? I should make it override for this. This is technically assigning it to itself, but at least it won't be null. At least I think it shouldn't be null. I hope not. It might actually be. We'll see what happens. Oh wait, I never called that version of the function. Okay, that should probably be good. And See if this works. Okay. That is exactly what I want. That's perfect. So I can probably delete this now. Yeah. Progress. I took 3 steps back. I took 3 steps forward, except now the code is written better. I think it's written better. I divided like a big bloated function into 4 smaller ones that are easier to understand. So basically, this handles equipping an object to the right hand. This handles unequipping an object from the right hand. This one does, and this one is like a overload, so I don't have to specify the weapon or the equipable. This is the same, but for the left, and also the same for the left. Okay, what next? What do I do next? Just gonna quickly test a bunch of things. Oh yeah. I noticed that rolling wasn't working anymore. Like somersaulting. So what's supposed to happen is when I press space while moving, or the A button, you're supposed to do like a somersault. That's not working. It worked before, doesn't work anymore. So I'm pressing space, nothing's happening. That's the problem. A problem that I'm going to try and solve, hopefully before the end of the day. Hmm. Dodging isn't working either. Roll, dodge. The prompts are showing up, but the actual functionality is not working. I wonder what's going on. What if I accidentally deleted it from here? That could have happened. Because I'm using the I'm using Control F, but it's not showing up. Oh. Hmm. I think it should be over here. Oh, wait. Current available function. Roll. Set. State. Global state. I think for this one I do want to transfer momentum over. It's kind of what this variable is designed to do. See if I like everything. Okay, let's see if that at least works. I'm not exactly sure when I deleted that. It must have been an accident. Must have deleted it with some other things. Okay. So rolling works again. Let's get dodging working. Current equals dodge. State. Dodge state. Zero everything. Okay. Bug has been squashed. Don't know what caused the bug. Actually, I think I have an idea. I think what happened is I deleted the branches of this overly bloated if chain. It's probably a better way of doing this, but I'm not really sure what it is. The reason I can't turn this into a switch statement is because the conditions for each thing are not like the same variable. They're not caused by the same variable. Look. Wire detector is in water and exit wire timer. This is basically for checking that the player should like switch to the water state, which is like for swimming. This is like for if the player is alive. I think this should probably be on the top actually. It should be over here. But haven't run into any problems with that yet. This is for states this is for states that are related to multi-function button actions. So things like basically anything that's any action that's performed by the action button. That's what the multi-function button is, the action button. I should probably rename it, but that would break too much stuff for too little gain. This is the same thing, but for the assignable buttons. So like, kind of like the C buttons in on the N64 controller in Zelda in like Ocarina of Time. We're using items. They're mostly it's mostly unused right now, but it'll grab whatever action is Oh, wait a minute. This isn't a state change. At least I don't think it is. What is this doing in a state change check? It doesn't belong in this function. So where should it go then? Player.equipped. Maybe it should. Oh, I'll move on to the next ones. If the player presses the attack button, switch to attack state. If the player presses shield, switch to shield state. If player is not on the ground, switch to airborne. If player should jump, then jump. It's like the same sort of idea here. We're hanging on a ledge, climbing up a waist-high ledge, climbing up a ladder, checking to see if there's a ladder, and getting hit by knockback, which I think is a state. And this is basically for controlling what is displayed on the action icon. Okay, now what should I do? Oh, let's get... I know what to do. Something I completely forgot about. I want to make it so that if you're holding like the left trigger or Z targeting or whatever, then and you press the shield button, then you raise the shield, but you keep walking. Oh yeah, and I should also equip the actual blocking functionality instead of just make it an animation thing, because blocking doesn't do anything right now. It's purely like a cosmetic animation thing where the character model raises the shield. It doesn't block damage yet. Technically, I probably should have done that first, but at the same time, it's like I want the blocker collider to be attached to the shield object. So I guess I don't really have a choice. I guess I didn't really have a choice, but to wait until after the animation stuff was at least partially done, at least usable. But first, I'm gonna do the other thing. So since the player is going to still be able to move around, it's not actually going to use the shield state when the shield is raised while in that sort of configuration. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, but I mean, I can't really think of a better way to do it, because I still want I don't want to make a whole other state that has like this functionality in it. I want to just keep using this while the shield is raised. I don't want to move all this into here either. That'll make it even more bloated than it already is. So what I will do instead is just make it so that the shield is raised in this. I don't think it should be too hard. I don't think it should be too hard. But we'll need to I will need to use some of the conditions. I think I'd probably just copy this, except for I'll use is pressed, not just pressed. And this is going to be, since this is an animation feature, it's going to go here. Get is pressed. Oh, it's this, right? Set using shield but with different parameters here. Okay, let's see if this works. I think it should. You know, hope it does. Yeah. Something's happening. Hmm. It's not working. Okay. I'm probably not going to be able to get it working by the end of this, so... But I'll do as much as I can. Set using a shield standing. But why isn't it working? Using shield and strafe mode, using shield standing, blending amount. What I should do is make sure that I've got it spelled correctly. I don't think I spelled it wrong. So what's going on? Oh, I think I might have a slight idea of what's going on. this and add ah. Oh, target reset button handler. Uh, is this even... Oh, this must be a really old script. Oh, yeah, this is an old script. Yep. So old that I never switched it, that I never converted it to tabs. Okay, let's update it. Okay. This should be private. It's gonna break a lot of stuff, but oh well. Like it. I think this should work just fine. I think this is technically bad form. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care right now. And I highly doubt that this is gonna break anything. Let's be real here. It's just gonna make it shorter. By making this read only, I reduce the possibility of bugs, causing bugs by assigning it and forgetting that I shouldn't be assigning it. Technically, I can end the stream because I've been doing this for an hour. But just gonna check this just one more thing to see if this at least made the situation better. But also I'm gonna go through all of these and fix these bugs. Hey, it's working. It's hard to tell because the back of the shield is what's called because of back face pulling. Come on. There we go. It's visible here. Look at that. Okay. That is good enough for today. Hope you enjoyed this.